Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am Tiffany. I'm on a health and fitness journey. I'm trying to lose about 50 pounds. If you want to join me, feel free. Anyways, let's get right to the chase. It's week 2 and I'm so ecstatic to be here. This week, drum roll please, I went from 205.8 last Friday to today 203.2. That is a total weight loss of 2.8 pounds. Real happy about that. Let me tell you, I've been working my butt off for that, but nothing worth having comes easy, as you all know. So you're gonna see me look down a lot, like per usual, because I write everything down. Just try to make sure I don't skip over anything. So if that annoys you guys, I'm sorry. All right, let me first talk about the pros of this week. I stuck to my gallon of water. I stuck to my gym routine. I stayed busy most of the week to stay away from the junk food. I had really no temptations this week at all because I was so busy. I just kept wanting to get to the next day because I literally just wanted the gym to be over with, which is why I always do all my workouts early as crap in the morning. Like literally I wake up at 2 a.m. like I explained in my last video. And my workouts last anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours, but I like to get it over with. I don't like to think about it. And that just does a lot for me to already have that out the way. Anyways, I also made sure that I made time for creativity this week. I write pen pal letters. I know that seems juvenile, but it's actually really fun. I wrote a letter to someone from New York this week, even someone from Finland, and they're always very creative, and I feel like the art of writing is kind of dead unless people are forced to in school. And I just love decorating letters and things like that. I'm actually a really creative person. It's just me sitting down and doing the creative works. I have a hard time with that. Sometimes I feel like I have ADHD, but then again, I just think, I don't know. I just could never sit down for that long. So some cons of this week. I feel like since the gym schedule and me just really in tune with wanting to lose weight and wanting to be my best self, it's a really regimented lifestyle as far as planning for the next day, planning on my meals, laying my clothes out for the next day, always in planning mode. Sometimes it feels really lonely and you just wonder, is anyone else's life like this? Clearly it is. The most organized of those people, their lives are like that. So I'm not the only one. So I kind of just need to suck it up. But I mean, I got so lonely to the point where I called my boyfriend and I was just complaining to him, finding something to argue about, just because I wish that he was around more, but his job calls him, to be other places, and I have to not be selfish. One day that will change, but that's just a whole nother topic. So I just really need to continue to busy myself so I don't think about the fact that he's not here, the fact that I'm doing everything by myself, because I just have faith that one day that will change when we're both where we want to be in our lives. Anyways, I also made a pretty bland meal this week. I'm so tired of fish, it's not even funny. So I tried putting some breadcrumbs on the fish just for a little more flavor, some kind of crunch factor. That helped out a little bit, but I just wasn't looking forward to it. I also made some tacos, but the ground beef was 97% fat-free. So it's the dry fat makes things flavorful, and I'm not afraid of fat by any means. I mean, I normally like chicken thighs over any of that because it has the fat that's flavorful. Fat in moderation, along with carbohydrates and proteins, are all good for you. So I'm not one of those 0% fat everything. I'm not one of those kind of dieters, if you will. I just felt like I could afford it to get a higher fat ground beef for flavor purposes, because trust me, I did everything to it, all the taco seasoning, all the sauce, and it was just gross. It was hard to get through, but luckily I'm on my last meal, and this week coming up, I'm prepping my meals way more flavorful like I used to do. Because if you don't look forward to the meal, you're just not going to, you're more tempted to cheat, if you will, or go get something else. So in order to stay on my diet plan, I am going to make my meals appetizing. That is the goal. This is supposed to be a lifestyle, so clearly you don't want to be so strict that you fall off the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? So another con was going to bed early and on time was really hard for me, because if I want to wake up at 2 a.m. I need to be in the bed at around 8. And although I would get in the bed, I would like kind of occupy myself with other things. Sometimes like I'd look at my phone, but I learned how to just put that down. You kind of just have to cut the world off. So it's hard to lay down sometimes when it's still light outside. Maybe I need like some darkening curtains, because even when I close them to their maximum potential, I can still see the light, and sometimes that keeps you up. But what does motivate me is like, hey, in the morning I just know I'm going to be a little bit lighter. I just need to get sleep, because you know, if you restrict your body of sleep and water too, and a whole bunch of other factors, your body will hold on to it, because you stress the body out. It needs these things. So what would get me in the bed is like, hey, tomorrow you're going to wake up lighter if you treat your body right tonight. There's just something that I went through in my head to kind of get to bed earlier. And a lot of times I'm so tired for being up for so long that it's not so hard to go to sleep. It's just getting my sleep and putting precedence on its importance is sometimes difficult. But hey, there's discipline in trying to lose weight and doing it. So hey, we gotta have discipline. Another thing that I forgot to mention is you should also make sure that you're taking measurements, because the scale is gonna lie to you sometimes. Like you'll feel like, well, it won't necessarily lie to you, but it will make you feel like you're not making any progress, because every day you may not see weight loss, or you might be the same weight for, you know, X amount of days, or you might go up and down, and the weight, you know, fluctuates based on hormones and just a whole bunch of other factors. Especially when you're on your plan, you haven't overeaten, you've been going to the gym, you've been drinking water. So I made sure that I'd done was take measurements, and just from last week to this week, I lost an inch off my midsection and an inch off my thighs. So I was really happy that I did that, because let's just say I hadn't lost any weight this week, I at least know that I'm still progressing despite not having lost any weight. Lastly, I just wanted to leave you guys with a few pointers. Always remember that measurements are important. Remember to stay busy, have a plan, a schedule, things that if you're a person that's going to be like, if you find yourself starving, you may need to eat more, or you might just need to occupy your brain, because cravings take a while to go away sometimes. I used to be a crazy like candy addict, and now like I have a little piece of chocolate like every day, but I don't find myself just wanting it. I'll just have it just because I can, you know, just to keep you sane sometimes. Also, don't go to the stores hungry. If you go shopping or go wherever, don't run your errands hungry. I've noticed that I'm never hungry when I go in the store. Versus when I used to go to the store and I'd be hungry, I'd be tempted to get some of the junk food up there by the register. Now that's not even a thing for me, thank God. Always plan out your day. Not to say that you need to not to say that you need to plan your day in a robotic fashion, but if you have a plan for the day, then most likely it will keep you sane. You'll feel accomplished at the end of the day, and you'll also probably be sleepy, you know, so if you want to go to bed early, you can. And make sure that you're staying hydrated. Maybe if you don't drink a gallon of water, just at least drink way more than the 8 recommended cups, especially if you're working out, because your body needs that. If your urine is like golden, you need to start hydrating way more than you are. You should never be thirsty. You should never be thirsty. By the time you get thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Just a little tip to you guys. Also, make sure that you're getting your sleep. Right now, I get about 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep. I know that I should be getting more. However, my body does function well off of that sometimes. Some days when I woke up this week, I literally went back to bed. So I might need a little bit more sleep than that, which I'm definitely going to try to do. Also, don't expect to weigh less every single day. I mean, if you do, then that's great. But let's just say one day in the week you have a meal that's not on your plan. You know, it might throw you off because it could be like higher in sodium, or maybe you just wanted to treat yourself. Expect those next 3 days your weight to probably be up. Don't be alarmed by that. Just get back on track and keep it trucking. Also, guys, I am starting a new job. I'm an addictions counselor by nature, or by trade, if you will. I went to school for that. With COVID-19, that had been interrupted because I chose another career. I kind of thought I was getting tired of hearing people's problems, but I realized that's my calling. So I was looking for a job again after that career had failed, or I just realized my passion was addictions counseling, or just counseling in general. And I found a job. However, they start at 5 a.m. when we get off at 1:30, which is cool because I have my evenings to myself, but that's going to completely change my 2 a.m. workouts. So I've decided, after some long, hard thinking, that I'm literally going to kill it during the week. I'm going to wake up at about 12, which sounds so crazy, but I don't want to have to think about the gym when I get off. I don't even care that I get off at 1:30. I could go to the gym at 2, but I don't want to have to think about it. So I'm probably going to be in the bed around 5, which seems abnormal, but hey, that's only going to be Monday through Friday at least, you know, because I don't know. I'm just going to see if it works. Let's hope I did not. I'll be able to update you guys next week to see if that plan actually worked. I've weighed out the pros and the cons, and there are some pros to that. Some of the cons are like I won't have any time. I won't have a lot of time between when I get off and when it's time to go to bed, but I think I might still be okay as long as I manage my time effectively after work. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Hey, and another thing, do you guys have any tips? Are you guys on any kind of weight loss journey? Do you guys have any questions? You know, just comment those below, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys.